Hi, my name is Arlene Camp. I have been a registered Republican for all of my voting years, and I'm 84 years old. However, in this state, I have been very disgusted with the way our lawmakers have decimated our public school system. First of all, I'd like to talk a little about my background. I'm a retired high school chemistry teacher. I taught AP chemistry for 10 years. I also taught the same level of chemistry at Mesa Community College as adjunct faculty. My own children also took AP classes and honor classes. When I first heard about legislators talking about vouchers, I immediately was against it. First of all, parents who thought their kids might get a better education in a private school would first of all have to have enough money to pay the additional expenses. They would also have to have the time to transfer their kids to the school. I'll use myself as a potential example. We could afford the additional expense, and since I was a stay-at-home mother, I could also transport my children to a private school. However, I felt that my 4 children got an excellent education in the Mesa public schools. I also thought that the children in the Scottsdale public schools, where I taught, also got an excellent education. I worried about the parents who would pull their children out of the public schools because they thought they might get a better education in a private school. Little by little, more parents might pull their kids out of the public schools. Usually a child will do much better, will get a much better education when their parents are involved. So here we are. The children with strong parental involvement are pulling their children out of public schools because other higher achieving children are leaving. What is that leaving behind? Lower achieving children with less parental involvement. By the time they reach high school, I'd worry there wouldn't be enough students for the schools to offer AP and other higher level classes. Public education would gradually go downhill. Maybe I'm overemphasizing the drain of the higher achieving students from the public schools, but that is the fear that I have. I strongly believe in public education and the need for a strong public education system. I would not put my children into private schools unless the situation in the public schools deteriorated to the extent that I just portrayed. And I strongly believe that the ESA vouchers would do that. I also believe that the schools need the higher achieving students for other students to look up to. In closing, I want to add that I strongly defend vouchers for special needs students. I had a handicapped brother who was not allowed in a public school. My parents had to work on getting him some sort of education at their own expense. I am delighted that there is funding for this type of student. Recalling SB 1431 will not affect them in any way. I even read that some parents who are afraid that 1431, Senate Bill 1431, could negatively affect the vouchers for special needs students because of the lack of adequate finances from the state. In closing, I totally oppose Senate Bill 1431.